Welcome to my YouTube channel Mirror of Death. The Westbrook Apartments had stood for nearly a century on the north side of Chicago, an aging, soot-stained brick building with warped floors, flickering hall lights, and tenants who kept to themselves. Apartment 13 had been vacant for almost 10 years. Every time someone moved in, they left within weeks, whispering about strange noises, foul smells, and shadows that didn't belong to them. The management eventually stopped renting it out, but when Sarah Mitchell showed up one rainy afternoon looking for a cheap place, the landlord reluctantly handed her the keys. Sarah was a nurse, 27, moving to the city after a brutal breakup. Apartment 13 wasn't much. Peeling wallpaper, an old radiator, a single window overlooking the alley, but it was quiet and cheap. "Don't open the hallway closet," the landlord warned, his tone too sharp to be casual. "The wiring back there's a mess." Sarah nodded, thinking nothing of it. She wanted peace, not stories. Her first night was uneventful until exactly 3:13 a.m. The sound woke her, soft scratching, like nails against wood. It came from the closet the landlord told her to leave alone. Milo, her cat, stood on the bed, fur bristling, hissing toward the door. The scratching stopped when Sarah turned on the lamp. She told herself it was a rat, nothing more. But the air in the room felt different, heavier, colder. Over the next few days, she noticed other things. The bathroom mirror would fog up even when she hadn't used hot water. Sometimes she'd find words written in the condensation, faint, shaky letters that disappeared when she blinked. "Get out. He's watching." She scrubbed the glass, blaming her imagination and lack of sleep. Then came the smell. It started faint, like old pipes, but soon it thickened, metallic and rotten, seeping from the walls. Maintenance found nothing. "Probably old wiring," they said again. The phrase became a curse in her mind. One night, Sarah heard whispering through the vent. It wasn't just one voice, it was many. Murmuring, overlapping, as if speaking from inside the walls. She pressed her ear closer and caught one word clearly: 13. Her heart slammed in her chest. She slammed the vent shut and left the apartment for the night. When she returned the next morning, the front door was wide open. Inside, the furniture was where she left it, but her bedroom door was closed. Milo sat in front of it, staring, tail twitching. Sarah reached for the knob, and it burned her skin. The metal was scorching hot. She yanked her hand away, trembling. When she opened the door a few minutes later with a towel, the room was freezing. On the wall above her bed, someone, or something, had drawn a symbol in black ash, a circle with jagged lines branching outward like veins. Sarah tried to wipe it off, but it smeared and released the same coppery odor that had been haunting her for days. That night, the whispering returned, closer this time, louder. The closet door began to tremble. She could see the handle vibrating, slowly turning. Milo hissed and bolted under the bed. Sarah grabbed her phone to call 911, but the screen flickered and died. Every light in the apartment went out. Only the street lamp outside remained, casting a weak yellow glow through the window. Then she heard it, a deep, wet breath from the darkness of the closet. She backed away slowly, her pulse pounding. The door creaked open inch by inch until it stood wide. Nothing came out, only a wave of icy air. Sarah forced herself to step closer. Her flashlight beam caught something inside. A handprint, black and charred, burned into the inside of the door. Suddenly, something grabbed her ankle, cold, bony fingers. She screamed, kicking free, stumbling backward. The flashlight rolled across the floor, landing on the figure crawling out of the closet. It wasn't human. Its limbs were too long. Its skin stretched thin and gray, eyes sunken deep into its skull. It opened its mouth, revealing rows of blackened teeth, and whispered in a voice that shook the air, "You live where I died." Sarah ran for the door, but it wouldn't open. The knob turned uselessly. The creature was crawling closer, its head twitching at unnatural angles. She threw the lamp at it, but the light shattered before reaching its face. In the brief flicker, she saw its eyes, empty sockets, bleeding darkness. She ran to the window and tried to scream for help, but her voice caught in her throat. The city outside was silent, frozen, as if time had stopped. The streetlight flickered out, leaving her in complete darkness. Then came the whisper, right behind her ear. "He never left." When neighbors finally reported the smell days later, the police found the apartment locked from the inside. No sign of struggle. No Sarah, only her phone, cracked on the floor beside the closet, recording 6 hours of static. Near the end of the recording, there was a faint voice, hoarse and broken, barely human. 13 welcomes you. The building was condemned months later, but witnesses say lights still flicker in the 13th window at night. Sometimes, if you pass by after midnight, you can hear scratching, slow, steady, and patient, as if something inside is waiting for the next tenant to open that closet again. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel